and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated, and appreciated. So Uganda to expel the United States ambassador to Uganda for disrespecting the president, Museveni. All right. So it has been on the news that William Pope, that's the name of the United States ambassador to Uganda, William Pope, that he disrespected Museveni, and there is agitation to expel him. And apart from him disrespecting Museveni, there have been other discovery that the US is working against Uganda. And so automatically, if the US is working against Uganda, they'll definitely use their ambassador to execute these plans of theirs. What do you think about this scenario? Now, I keep saying this, that Europe and America have underrated the African countries and their leaders so much that there is no respect for our leaders. And to them, whatever they want, they get, because they are spoiled children. So they feel like it is their right to be in a country, disrespect the 001 of that country, and still go away with it. And they have forgotten that times have changed. The world is evolving. Things are changing. Nothing remains the same anymore. In short, there's no principles that remain the same for a year or two now. Every year things changes. I'm saying every year. Every second things changes. Okay? And also power is changing. It's rotating now. Okay? There was a time that the African continent, the motherland, was the one in charge of power and taught the world everything. And things changed. Because of mismanagement, we lost it. We lost it and we have suffered enough. And it is coming back now. Now the question is, now that the power will soon be ours, what are we going to do with this power? Are we still going to make the same mistakes that our ancestors made those times, that they trusted the wrong people and opened up to the wrong people? Or we have learned from our mistakes and we will adjust? These are the questions that I have for us today. And some African leaders also have realized the kind of relationship that America have with the motherland. How they deceive countries in the motherland with fake promises. Fake promises, lies. We will do this for you in exchange for this. And when the African people play their part, Europe and America would not want to play their own parts. And that's why I keep saying that, what's his name? Julius Malema will say that Europe and America do not know how to play a fair game. Because they are spoiled children, they always want to have it all to themselves. They don't think about other people. Let's listen to the streets, listen to the news, and then we take it up from there, Your Majesties.
Uganda's Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, has sparked tension after threatening to trigger the expulsion of the United States ambassador to Uganda, William Pope. General Muhoozi, who is the son of Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni, took to X social network on Friday, October 4th, to issue an ultimatum to Ambassador Pope. Muhoozi said the American diplomat would be expelled for disrespecting President Museveni and for undermining Uganda's constitution. The military chief said Pope would be ordered out of Uganda if he won't have apologized to Museveni by 9 a.m. local time on Monday, October 7th. Muhoozi did not reveal Pope's alleged actions that amounted to disrespect of Uganda and President Museveni. The Chief of Defense Forces further said Uganda has no issues with the United States, but recently there was a lot of evidence indicating the US was working against the government of Uganda. Reports in Uganda media suggest that Muhoozi had taken issue with the United States' alleged links with some non-governmental organizations and opposition groups in Uganda. Muhoozi's remarks targeted at Ambassador Pope came on the back of sanctions the U.S. Department of State had imposed on 4 Ugandan police officials over alleged violation of human rights. Senator Jim Risch, who is a ranking member of the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee, told General Muhoozi in a statement on X Network on Friday that any further confrontation will be very problematic and met with a serious response. Risch added that Ambassador Pope and the U.S. mission in Uganda engage with the government and others in Uganda on a non-partisan basis. Matthew Miller, the spokesperson of the U.S. Department of State, recently said America's embassy in Uganda, Ambassador Pope, and the U.S. government continue to work directly and normally every day with Ugandan authorities. General Muhoozi has since deleted his tweet in which he had issued an ultimatum to Pope. The 50-year-old military chief has also faced claims of overposting on X Network, sometimes putting diplomatic relations between Uganda and other countries on the line. Defending himself on Friday, Muhoozi said, "I never posted anything for the first 20 years of my life in the military. I started posting regularly only 7 years ago after I was appointed as senior presidential advisor for special operations. In that position, if I am not commenting on social, political, and economic issues, I'm not doing my job." He added, "The day the president takes that position from me, you will never see me on X again." In September 2023, President Museveni accepted Ambassador Pope's credentials after his posting to Kampala. Pope replaced Natalie Brown, who had been in Uganda for nearly 3 years. On General Muhoozi's calls for Pope's expulsion, under the international law which govern diplomatic relations, a receiving country may at any time expel a diplomatic staff without having to justify the decision.
All right, Majesties, you hear the way they are just turning the whole issue, try to blame each other. You're the cause. This is the reason why I'm doing this. That is that. But the whole thing, like she said, was the end. The sovereign nation, a sovereign nation, have the right to expel whoever they don't want as an ambassador to any sovereign nations. Be it the US, be it Britain. They have the right to do that. And Uganda have that right. When they feel that the man who is there as an ambassador is not doing anything there for their interest, they have the right to kick him out. And they don't need explanation to that level because it is written on the constitution that they have the right to expel someone they feel is not doing the job as he or she should. Demanding for an apology to the president for something, for a wrong done to the nation, is not, I don't think it's even something that the Ugandan government should demand for. It is their right. They shouldn't be asking for it. This is something that should happen normally. You did something that's it's like you are insulting the president of a nation. You should clarify yourself. Okay, come out and say, "Oh, I apologize for this that I have done," and give reasons why you did what you did. It shouldn't have gone to this level that they have to start dragging. "We are going to expel you if you do not apologize to our president. We are going to do this." Oh my goodness. Like I said from the beginning, the relationship between the collective West and Africa have been a one-sided relationship. And I don't see why we keep living by this one-sided relationship up until this time. If they are not doing what they need to do and you sense that they are playing you, like you heard, the government suspect that the United States is working against the Ugandan government. So this is serious. The moment you sense that these people are trying to play you, you kick them off. Look at the Sahel. Look at the Sahel. This is exactly what they did. Since these sovereign nations were using the ambassadors as spies, they were using the ambassadors as a means to destabilize the nation, they kicked them out. So I don't think it's something that is more than Museveni to do. He have the right to kick out Pope if Pope is found guilty of whatever it is that they are charging him for. And all African leaders in the African continent have the right to kick out any American ambassador, any European ambassador from their countries. If they feel that this ambassador is working against the country, they have the right to kick them out. So I don't see any reason why this has to be dragged up until this point that the what's his name? The general had to be accused of always posting on what is X? X is Twitter, right? I don't see any reason why. This is for the good of the nation. This is for the good or the growth of the people, the protection of the nation, the security of the nation. They shouldn't play with it at all. If Pope is found guilty, let him be sent out. And if the US government feel like they don't want to send another ambassador anymore, that's their problem. Now, to the part of the US government accused of working against the Ugandan people, it's not something I'm surprised about. Now, if you have been following me, we'll be talking about how Uganda discovered gold, they discovered other mineral resources, and NGOs from the US came into Uganda to come and talk about how to mine. They want to create a business relationship. And Museveni said, no, allow our gold to sit down there in the ground. We are not taking them out. Allow whatever it is we discover to sit there inside the ground. We are not taking them out. Okay? This also creates something like somewhat enmity. Because it will be like you've discovered something, you don't want to allow us to come and mine it. And the question I always ask is that, why should it be that the moment an African country discovers a mineral, America will run there? The whole of Europe will start running there. What are they running there for? Does it mean the African people that discover these minerals, they don't know the worth of this mineral, or they don't have any use for these minerals? Why is it that the collective West always think that they are the ones that have the rights, or they are the ones that should enjoy these minerals that African people discovers? It doesn't make sense. And Museveni said, no, we are not going to touch those gold in the ground. It will be in our underground for as long as it can be there. We are not excavating it. We are not taking it out. There's another mineral that was discovered. Museveni said, no, we are not taking it out. Let it be there. And I think it's for the good of the people. Because the moment they begin to mine this, they don't think about the health hazard. They don't care whether they are paying the communities where these things were discovered. They don't care about their well-being. They don't care how they live their life. They come mine these gold and minerals. They take them out at the expense of the African people. And then they keep growing their nation, first world countries. And they live where they took this thing out to deteriorate. They don't care. So this is it. And they've been looking at Museveni as a very stubborn leader that do not always want to hearken to their bidding, hearken to their call, or, do whatever they want him to do. Just imagine if it is one of these other puppets. The moment they discover and they come and say, we want to come and mine, they give them go ahead, mine as you want. As far as the government have their share, they don't care about the people, the well-being of the people, the health situation that the people will be in. They don't care. What do you think about this? Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.